What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Hope you're all having a good day. We're gonna get started here in just a minute, but yeah, the world's governments are hell-bent on making our lives miserable because they are now actively trying to ban VPNs all across the world. How are you guys doing? What's up, Stuart? What's up, guys? What's up, Edgar? What's up, TK? Hope you guys are all doing good. Just gonna tweet this out, make sure I get the Twitch stream going. How are you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Hello, hello. What's up, Jen Sao? What's up, Cat Lover? Andy? What's up, Twisted? Baby Doll? Ochi Terry? James? Breadcrumbs? How are you guys doing? What's up, Ink? All right, so we are here to discuss the VPN bans that are going around the world right now. What's up, Judy? What's up, Anime Abraham? Sorry if I missed some of your guys' messages. What's up, Darby? So, yeah, like I said, they're actually trying to ban VPNs all around the world. The EU is kind of leading the charge right now. The UK has discussed this as well. So famously, or I guess I should say infamously, Andy Burnham, who is the new acting he will be the new acting prime minister, in September, I believe, is when Keir Starmer will officially be out of office. He was one of the main people that kind of proposed this, but as you can see, this lady over here, who I believe is like one of the heads of like the EU Commission or something like that, she's also somebody who has went ahead and presented some stuff about this, so we'll give some of it a watch. Just getting the chat sorted out. What's up, 1KQ? How you doing? All right. So yeah, they are actually trying to censor VPNs and stuff. So this was a clip that we watched a few weeks ago on stream, or maybe probably like a week or two ago. But yeah, she is somebody who is really trying to push for the banning of VPNs, which is something that, we've all discussed on stream before. And I always have the same question. I'll ask the same question again. How can you ban VPNs? It just doesn't seem feasible, especially on a wide scale, right? But let's hear what she has to say. I don't know why the quality of this video is so low, by the way. Okay, I can't even hear anything. Oh, this video is just super quiet. Let me turn down the...
It's difficult, of course.
I don't know if you guys can even hear it. It's super quiet.
Technological solutions that
what's up, Cortex?
know any way to circumvent or try to circumvent.
Can you guys hear her? This is like super quiet. Yeah, we'll have the subtitles on as well.
Of course, the rules. But now, when we are setting the rules in place, of course, we have to also have ways how we are able to implement this. And now we don't have that kind of age verification tool at all, which is protecting the people's privacy, and in the same time, which is cyber secure and secure all the levels. So this is our solution for that. But of course, it's also important part of...
This is where she starts talking about the VPNs.
...shouldn't be circumvented. And especially, of course, we are especially looking at that kind of high-risk services now. We just a few weeks ago, we published preliminary findings on against 4 porn platforms. And these, for example, are seen as a high-risk services that they have to have very strong age verification.
Okay, well, it's basically impossible to hear. But basically, she's talking about the fact that they enforce some action against some of the adult website platforms, which is pretty ironic because it was actually because of ALO, which is like, I think they own the Hub and some other adult websites. They were actually the ones to sue Utah to get their VPN ban paused, right? The VPN ban still got passed and it will be effective September unless something else happens. But yeah, ALO, the company that owns a lot of the adult websites that she's talking about, actually is suing Utah and pausing that ban. But it's just crazy. So they're trying to make it so these don't get circumvented at all. And there was another study here that I saw earlier that like really just blew my mind, where they're saying 2/3 of the public, so about 70%, say they are in favor of a law requiring social media companies to use age verification tools to ban children under the age of 16. What? This survey must be full of shit, or there's just no way. 70% of people are okay with age verification. No, I refuse to believe that, right? Now, I don't know how this study was done. Obviously, people in the comments agree, but this is just not right. There's just no way. So if that is actually the case, and then of course they make you fucking pay, yeah, hey, we did this study, you know, to conduct whatever, but to read our stupid article where we go over the study, you have to pay or sign up. Get the fuck out of here with all that shit, man. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that, but yeah, they were going ahead and saying that yes, 70% of people agree with ID age verification, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? There's absolutely no way. So I commented on it and I said, you know, that just doesn't sound right. 70% of people are in favor of mass surveillance and harvesting biometric data. Either that sample size is unreliable, or the people being polled don't understand how dangerous ID age verification is. So there's no way. But yeah, so, you know, everybody's talking about the fact that VPN bans are coming, specifically with the EU. The EU has announced that every citizen will soon require a digital passport to access the internet. They essentially want to have digital wallets. We've already went over this in a video before. They've explicitly stated the new verification system cannot be bypassed via VPN. So they are actually going to try to ban VPNs. I usually ask this, you know, pretty much every stream that we discuss this topic. But, you know, for my tech savvy people out there that know about VPNs, could you guys explain to the rest of us, especially my ignorant ass, how a VPN ban can even be done? I don't understand how that's even possible. Obviously, you know, they do it in like China and Russia and all that, I think. But for them, they have to close off the entire internet, right? They have to make it so it's only national and not international. So unless the UK or EU or whatever, unless they plan to do that, I don't understand how it could even be done. I can say how it can't be done. Yeah, me too. I think I could, you know, mention how it can't be done, but then in terms of how it can be done, I don't know. Thank you so much for the $5, ByteDD. Really appreciate it. It didn't even take a day for PlayStation to get immediate backlash in the millions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, PlayStation got so much backlash too. Thank you so much for the $5. Really appreciate it, dude. Let's get some W's for him. But yeah, so another topic I want to talk about is Andy Burnham, right? We mentioned him earlier. This dude is not only going ahead and implementing Keir Starmer's ID age verification plan, but he is going ahead and talking about VPN restrictions, right? So he's one of the other people that, like, an actual soon-to-be world leader that is literally saying, yeah, we're going to restrict VPNs. Tech Secretary Liz Kendall said, Andy is committed to keeping kids safe online and has been vocal in his support of age restrictions for kids using social media. And this tweet talked about some of the countries where VPNs are fully illegal: Belarus, Iraq, North Korea, and Turkmenistan. They are only restricted in China, Russia, Iran, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Turkey, and the UAE. So, yeah. I remember we were doing a stream where we were speculating on whether Andy would go ahead and implement ID age verification, because he actually was a little wishy-washy on the topic, where he was saying that maybe it might get paused or something. Well, we were very, very wrong, because not only he seems almost worse than Keir, because he's actually going to really be presenting a freaking VPN ban, dude. That's crazy, man. So another thing, you know, this is another thing I wanted to talk about. Type of 1 if you know what blue sky is. Type of 2 if you don't know what a blue sky. Type of 2 if you don't know what blue sky is. 1 if you do know what it is. Type of 2 if you don't know what it is. Okay, so most of you guys know what blue sky is. So blue sky is essentially the alternative to Twitter, right? They're supposed to be the competitor to Twitter. For a while, they actually were really popular, but their popularity kind of went downhill. So guess what's happening on Blue Sky? Another Blue Sky user was asked to, get this, supply their social security number to access the platform. Here's his post and a screen grab of the age verification site he shared. Many users are threatening to leave Blue Sky if the age verification system becomes more widespread. So just to explain to you guys, right? I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know this, but your social security number is probably the most crucial piece of information about you, at least in most countries, right? So, you know, method to verify your age, you could use a standard credit card ID scan, whatever, or the last 4 digits of your social security number. What? Why would anyone on any planet want to do this? I mean, that's even worse than ID age verification. That is worse than a face scan. That is worse than a fingerprint. That is worse than the fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi hand wave that John Schweppe mentioned. That would be, that's actually the worst one. Social security number. What? Oh my God. So that's apparently a thing on Blue Sky right now. And yeah, other age verification related news. A lot of so what's called the Supreme Court, and they've already done this before with a different law. They just declined to block Texas's App Store age verification law for users under 18. So obviously people were trying to appeal that law, try to get it blocked. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically, essentially App Store age verification to download apps on the App Store and stuff like that. That got appealed up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is not going to be blocking it, meaning, yeah, it's going to be going through. I don't know, man. So that's pretty unfortunate. This is the type of stuff that's just going on in the world right now. But with the VPN ban thing, that is something that is really, really ramping up right now. They're just talking about the fact that the VPN bans are going to be going through for sure. Glad I never made a Blue Sky account. I mean, I have a Blue Sky account, but if they ask me to age verify, I'm deleting that shit like that. Snapping my fingers and I'll delete that shit. I just wanted to get the Blue Sky because I have this other guy named Deep Humor 1. I mean, most of you guys probably already know the story if you've been watching this channel for a while, but like he was like trying to take my username on YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that. So I was just trying to secure it on as many platforms as I could, but I'm telling you, man, if they ask me for my ID or age or whatever, or my social security number, I'm out of there, dude. But yeah, Blue Sky's age verifying accounts because of Texas law being unblocked. And when I saw a post about this, admitted to being from Texas. Okay, so it seems like it's exclusive to Texas. I mean, that is just going to keep getting worse and worse. Texas specifically is one of the states right now that has the highest amount of mass surveillance laws at the moment. But yeah, pretty crazy. EU is planning to require a passport to access the internet. They want to block VPNs to enforce it. The digital passport for the internet enforced by blocking the tools that protect your privacy. I can even show you guys what it will look like because we made a video talking about it. What was it? Digital ID. I kind of forgot. Digital ID is here. No, it wasn't. Oh, actually, yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah, so they have a prototype of their age verification app. Keep in mind that shit got hacked twice, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is specifically for the EU Commission, I believe. Either the EU Commission or the entirety of the EU, one of them. But the EU Commission does consist of quite a lot of countries. But essentially, this would be what it would look like. Prototype of an age verification solution, whatever. And this is, the European Digital Identity Wallet, right? And so this is the app that essentially would be like your be-all, end-all to, getting screwed over by the government, because this would be the one app that, would have all your ID information, and you would use this app to like verify your ID everywhere. I mean, one hack of that database and goodbye to everybody's privacy, I mean, it's insane. And again, just can't state this enough. This app got hacked twice by the same person. Imagine when this app is actually active with real people's information. Thank you for another $5 by DD. Really appreciate that. First blocked successfully, then appealed by 6th Circuit, then Supreme Court refused to block it. Is this the end, or is the fight not over? The fight's never over. We can always, do something. But, at the same time, I got to be honest with you guys about what's happening in the world, right? But yeah, thank you for the $5 by DD. Really appreciate that. But yeah, this is what the app looks like. You accept the terms of service. The terms of service probably has a tiny little line in there where it says, yeah, we're going to take all your information. Another thing I want you guys to read over here in the app is over here. I consent to the processing of my personal data by the application provider for the purpose of obtaining an age verification attestation. This process requires a scanning of my ID or passport and guys, remember, not or, and a video of myself to confirm my identity. These data will be processed on my device only. Yeah, I get out of here with that shit. I don't believe that for a second. And will not be accessible by the application provider or any third party. Again, this is what a lot of them say. And then hacks like the freaking Discord leak and the T-app leak end up happening. So I don't trust that for a second. See the data protection notice for more information. Thank you for the $2, Dorothy. Really appreciate it. All under the guise of Jonathan Hates Beliefs. Yeah, I know you've mentioned that a few times. Thank you for the $2. Really appreciate it. I'm your favorite YouTube channel. Get out of here, Brody. I'm a bad YouTuber, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, obviously, would not consent to that for sure. Can't you just use a fake ID? I mean, you could, but I'm sure that's illegal. You know, I can almost guarantee that's illegal, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. The entire last box is 100% bullshit. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of them were, to be honest. But yeah, so these are some of the countries, by the way, I was showing this in the video, but these were some of the countries that are in the EU Commission. Probably end up showing it in the video. Okay. Oh, yeah, there was a clip of Bill Gates talking about age verification as well. And yeah, he is a fucking psychopath, dude. I mean, a lot of the things he was saying was just so stupid. Thank you, Just Dan. I appreciate that. Actually, you know what? We can hear about what Bill Gates said. He said some stupid ass shit about this. You know, let's listen to it. Age verification. Stupid. I've been noticing that you guys are going to hear me twice. Digital ID for people and okay, here's this little speech about age verification.
Another place that India leads, but there's a lot more that all of you can be involved in driving forward, is this digital public infrastructure. You know, no country is more able to take government benefits and get them out efficiently and effectively to their citizens than India. You know, you would have expected rich countries or others to do that, but in fact, they did not. And so that basic structure that starts with identity and bank accounts and payments is just foundational. And as part of this visit, I'm now seeing how that foundation is being built out in agriculture with profiles of farmers to understand what they need and give them advice, built out with health records so that we can help people not only with infectious diseases, but the challenge that's coming in the future with the growth of the non-communicable diseases being a huge thing. And that digital public infrastructure will help us with these climate problems. I was in Odisha. Yes.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep blabbering, but basically he's in huge favor of ID age verification. He's one of the people who like really supports it. And you know, I mean, they're getting backing from politicians, billionaires, companies. I don't know. It's one coordinated plan to normalize this, right? So the second that people start, you know, feeling like this will become the status quo and give up, that's when they're really going to win. So we all need to keep making sure that we make it known that we absolutely hate this shit. Saying stupid shit, but he also had some more dumb stuff to say over here about digital ID. So let's give this a listen as well. Yeah, let's listen to this. This is again him advocating for ID age verification.
Countries struggling to find that boundary. The U.S. is a tough one because, you know, we have the notion of the First Amendment. And so what are the exceptions?
The notion of the First Amendment. Pretty interesting way to put that. Hopefully the music's not too loud, guys. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. But yeah, the notion of the First Amendment. Interesting way to put it.
You know, like yelling fire in a theater, you know, and because you're anonymous online, you know, it can be worse.
And yes, I like my own video. You got to get the ball rolling.
I do think over time, you know, with things like deep fakes, most of the time you're online, you're going to want to be in an environment where the people are truly identified. That is, they're connected to a real world identity that you trust instead of just people saying whatever they want. And so the idea of provenance, who sent me this email, was that really them? You know, we're going to have
YouTube doesn't like me very much, Carl. They don't send out too many notifications for my stuff anymore, unfortunately. So you guys, if you guys could subscribe and notifications on, I'd appreciate that, guys.
That we're more aware of, okay, who says that? Who created this?
He made so many ridiculous arguments there. So I started shitting on him for what he said, but just one of the main points that he made is like he essentially has an issue with people being anonymous online and you're able to get away with more. So his solution to that is literally everybody, all your information is just out there on blast and everybody's just identified with their real name on the internet. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. It's such a dystopian like plan that they have. And the precedent for it is pretty scary over here. So I can show you guys a few more details about the age verification app as well. But just real quick, here are some of the countries, the 27 countries actually in the EU Commission. So when they say that they're going to have ID age verification for the EU Commission digital wallet or whatever, it would be for all of these countries. I mean, we're talking about 27 different countries with their own governments and their own whatever, you know, they would all fall under this since they are a part of the EU Commission, from what I understand. So when the EU Commission makes a decision and says the EU Commission will have this app, that applies for every single country you just saw. And they claim it'll all be processed on the app or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. Just all we have to go by is past things that have happened, right? And then again, as I say in almost every single stream, we need to just look up the words data leak on my channel to see what's happened in the past. So when they say, oh yeah, guys, don't worry, it's going to be all on device, or oh yeah, don't worry, you know, the VPN bans are just going to be this way or that way or whatever. Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't trust a single word they say. So a bunch of people in the UK have been getting this message on Instagram as well. Now, obviously the UK has said that they will be banning social media for kids under 16, but people have been getting this message on Instagram saying, confirm age instantly. To comply with local regulations, you must confirm you are 18 or older before viewing some content. So is it 16 or is it 18? I mean, I guess this is for like nude content or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know. I thought it was 16 or under 16. Why is it now 18 or older, right? And so this again, I'm just baffled by this, right? So here are your options. It says photos are not saved, by the way. So yeah, that makes me really breathe a sigh of relief. Like, oh man, I guess they're not gonna save them. What? Because you said so. So your two options are either confirm with a selfie or use an ID in the selfie. What? So I can either confirm with a selfie or do both. I don't understand, right? So yeah, I don't know. People are getting this type of message all the time on the UK. Why use an ID? Exactly. I don't understand why they gave you two options where one is a lot worse than the other, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, they're both bad, obviously, but I don't know. So yeah, whenever they present something like this study that they got over here, this bullshit study where when I try to go over to their freaking news website to read it, then it's paywalled. But 69% of people are in favor of age verification. That just does not sound right. I don't believe that at all. So yeah, I mean, that's what's going on right now in the world. I fear that Andy Burnham will be a lot more ruthless and effective at getting their agenda across the line than Starmer ever could be. Starmer didn't resign. He was fired. Trouble is brewing, and it's coming at warp speed. I mean, yeah, it definitely does seem that way. Andy Burnham is another, you know, as we said, world leader that is actually trying to ban VPNs. So Andy Burnham is quietly preparing to enforce strict new VPN restrictions to stop teenagers bypassing his under 16 social media ban. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Really appreciate that. Thank you for always donating. Really means a lot, dude. Not even we teenagers or children can work, even if it's safe for work and a freelancer job. Really appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. They're trying to spin this as protecting the kids, but here's the absolute nightmare they are hiding from you. You cannot restrict VPNs just for children. And you know, that goes for ID age verification in general. You can't restrict anything on the internet for just children, because how are you going to prove that you're an adult? Obviously by submitting an ID, obviously by doing a stupid little AI facial scan like they want you to. So even when they say they're banning social media for the kids, in a way they're banning it for everyone, right? Because the only way you can actually use social media if they get what they want is to submit an ID. So to enforce this, the state will be forced to ban, monitor, or require a mandatory digital ID check for every single VPN user in the United Kingdom. They are literally building a state-controlled internet firewall, copying the exact digital prison models used by China and North Korea. They want total control over what you are allowed to see, say, and access online, so they can completely kill off independent free speech. We are trading a failed prime minister for a high-tech socialist dictatorship. Retweet to complete, yeah, whatever. And yeah, I mean, that's essentially what's going on in the UK right now. It is baffling how quickly Andy proved that he is even worse than Keir Starmer. And that's saying something, right? Because again, as we've discussed in many other streams, I couldn't think of a single person in the world who's pushing ID age verification more than Keir Starmer. I mean, I was just hearing about him basically every other day talking about age verification, right? And this fucking Andy guy shows up and he's like, guess what, guys? I'm worse. Like, I don't know, man. So people only support the social media ban because they don't know what it is. As soon as they know they will have to provide ID, it is only expected to block about 20% children anyways. It soon loses all support. Yeah. It's crazy, man. VPN is necessary. I agree, Faram. But unfortunately, they're trying to make it so they ban VPNs in the way that, like, I don't know, Russia did or something. I don't understand how they're going to enforce it. Thank you for the $5, mindless consumer. Really appreciate that. Isn't this something impossible to regulate, or am I missing something? No, I don't think you're missing anything at all. I think you're absolutely right. I really don't understand. And again, I'm not a tech savvy expert, nor do I know much about VPNs anyways. But I don't fathom them being able to do this properly. It just doesn't make sense to me. Thank you for another 1,000. Is that Argentinian pesos, buddy? I really appreciate that. These governments know nothing about privacy or what a child really wants, so they prohibit it. In theory, these governments are corrupt because they do things for children without listening to them because parenting or false consent detector reasons. Thank you so much for the donation, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. But yeah, man, I don't understand how they're going to be able to actually do this. It's basically a digital ID, making it impossible to be anonymous online. That is their goal. Their goal is to stop people from being anonymous online. Like, that is actually the goal. So another thing that I saw that I wanted to show you guys is there was this podcast that I saw, and the podcast is in favor of ID age verification. And the podcast is actually done from one of our pals, John Schweppy's friend. So I wanted to show you guys this real quick. Keep in mind, you guys are probably going to rip your hair out from some of the things that these guys are saying. But this politician here, this is actually how me and John Schweppy got into an argument to begin with. So if you guys, I'm sure obviously you guys remember him. He was the guy who I debated probably a few days ago. But the reason why we got into it is because I was actually commenting on that specific politician, Mary Miller. I was commenting on some of the things that she was saying about ID age verification, talking about the fact that it was bullshit, right? So this lady right over here. So I said, like, how does mandating ID age verification and forcing everyone to hand over their biometric ID protect kids? You guys don't know how massive the data leaks are and how the internet works in general. And yet you try to make invasive ass laws for us to follow. I called her out for that. And this is the same lady that we're going to see in this podcast over here, right? So then John called me out and said that, it protects kids from the weird, violent fetish videos that you fap to talking to me. Then, I may or may not have called him inbred Eggman. And then that's how the debate between us got set up, right? So just wanted to give you guys some backstory on that, right? But so this is also the organization that John is a part of, right? He has it listed in his Twitter bio that he works for them. And one of the people who he often retweets, one of his pals over here, is this guy named Terry Schilling. So they were talking about age verification. Again, this is just 54 seconds, but I just want you guys to hear it. I apologize for the stupidity that you're about to hear.
And one common thread that I've noticed about all the people that are against age verification is almost none of them have children themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because, like, you play this game. Okay,
How do you know that? Like, how do you know that? I mean, I already got a posit here. What? Because they tweet at you and they tell you they're against this? How do you know that they don't have kids themselves? Did you fucking check their house? I don't know.
Parent, I do 100% job of keeping all the filters and everything, which, by the way, it's not very fair because those filters are not accurate. They block out a lot of non-adult content as well.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Terry. I don't know. I mean, did you just say that parental controls or the filters, you call them, don't block out adult content? You have no idea what you're talking about. You have never used parental controls. You have never once tried to program your router to block websites. What do you mean it blocks other websites? You can literally pick exactly which websites it'll block. What are you talking about? He obviously has never even tried to use parental controls. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm already mad and we're only 17 seconds in.
Content as well, hurting the non-porn companies. Just want to say that. But then I have to be even more restrictive on who my kids' friends are. Why can't we just have a world where everyone can go online and not accidentally run into porn or not easily access it? I don't think.
Yeah, guys, why can't we just have a world where everybody has to submit their ID to use any part of the internet? You are on crack. Like, this guy is an actual crackhead. I don't know. That's insane to me. So a world where people don't accidentally stumble into adult videos. You mean a world where literally nobody has any type of privacy whatsoever? Like, oh, come on, man.
I don't think that that's too much to ask. You should have to.
You don't think it's too much to ask? I don't think it's too much to ask to have everybody submit an ID and an AI facial scan. What?
Go to the tough end, the rough end of town to get adult services
Right.
in the real world. It should be the same thing for the internet.
Right. And these same people, which first of all, they're going to be able to have access. All they have to do is prove their age. But if they're so
All they have to do is submit an ID and risk their data getting leaked in a massive data leak and lose all of their biometric data as it gets harvested by an AI company.
age, but if they're so afraid of being found out, maybe they should do some soul searching about what they're doing with their life anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so literally to everybody in this chat right now who does not want your information online, this politician literally just said that we should do some soul searching to find out who we really are. What the fuck are you talking about, fucking Socrates? What are you trying to give me a philosophy lesson for now? No, we don't need to find out who we are. We need to find out who the fuck you guys are, because you guys are fucking reptilians over here trying to like demand everybody's information. Soul searching? I'm looking in your eyes. I don't see any soul in you. I just see harvesting of data. Get out of here, man. Oh my God. I'm so glad, I and everyone in this reply section, we go, oh, call bullshit, you oblivious, power-hungry, manipulative fuck. Get him. Get him. Who is this person? Get him. Oh, they follow me? Oh, they're smart. Everyone on that is senile enough to support it. Damn. Your fake ass. We want kids safe. Then your nearest mental institution is up to Get him. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh my God. Oh man, that was hilarious. We need a petition to have Terry Schilling removed as the president of American Principles Project. Have someone else run it and make sure John Schweppe doesn't replace him. Oh man, the people in the comment section are hilarious. Age verification is being pushed to non-adult websites, and you know it. Don't play this game. True, that is so true. A lot of these people follow me. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, it's so funny because like they keep talking about adult videos. Like even when I was talking to John Schweppe in our debate, he just kept on talking about adult videos, right? It's not just adult videos. You guys are doing it on social media as a whole. So what do you mean adult websites, whatever, right? You guys are doing it to Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, freaking, what do you call it? Spotify, like literally every social media or tool that anyone uses on the internet. They're trying to put age verification on it, but yet they keep talking about the adult websites, man. I don't know. So yeah, I think that, I wish I could listen to like the full podcast somewhere, or what is this? The Terry Schilling show? Yeah, fucking, yeah, the Humble Person of the Year award. Okay, let's see if we could try to find this on YouTube or something. The Terry Schilling show. Is this like not even on YouTube? Let's see. The Terry Schilling show. Okay, it is. Okay, well, 7 views in 4. What? I'm not trying to view shame or anything. I'm irrelevant too, but I thought this would have gotten a lot more views. Comments are turned off. I wonder why that is. Wonder why you guys turned off the comments. Wait, this is actually kind of insane to me. I mean, he got an actual politician to talk on a podcast. And they got 7 views in 4 days. Again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying. I'm actually surprised. Huh. Interesting. Well, you guys want to watch some of this? I think it's just gonna make me mad, but yeah, fuck it. Let's watch some of it.
Well, you're welcome. I really appreciate you and the work you're doing and the life you're living. That you're not.
Let's hear more nonsense.
You're living out what you're promoting.
I'm just doing what God has blessed me with. I'm doing as much as I can. But
man.
Well, of course, most of our children live close to us on the farm.
Yes.
And I think technology is awesome.
Did you not even timestamp this?
Like this morning,
Yes.
Oh, man.
I always pick out at least one child or grandchild to send encouragement to every day, or a scripture verse.
Okay, they're talking about some irrelevant stuff. Let's talk about age verification.
Knowledge that marriage rates have plummeted.
Brought up that they attack the dignity of work.
Yes.
Perfect. So
Jeez.
what's your take on AI and the tech world? And is there a way out of this where we can start using these technologies to actually strengthen our relationships and increase the dignity of work?
Well, I do think technology is going to bring transformational. Too many places this. He wants to around that.
Bro, can you guys talk about age verification?
Or should
Can we get to that?
justify paying, being able to pay.
36
They
minutes of
probably
yapping.
also not have as many people that fail out of school or drop out.
Oh, what are you
So
talking about?
You see whom mothers and grandmothers are actually, I think, experts on human beings and humanity, because you see how good you see the potential.
In light of measuring freedom and opportunity.
Check the transcript. Okay, cool. It's a good idea. TK, you're a genius, my man. Thank you for saving us from listening to a lot of this crap. Holy shit, man, they're talking about some heavy topics, but I'm not really. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Without proving your age. And so all this is doing is putting a lock on that door until you show that you're 18. And then
Okay, let's go back a little. Yeah, okay, here we go.
I do want to talk about another victory that we just had, because you've been like the main champion of it in Congress, but we just passed the Screen Act.
Yes.
We're
The main champion of the Screen Act. You mean the main fucking champion of stealing everyone's IDs? Oh, the champion. Yeah, okay, buddy.
looks like we have a real shot at finally protecting children from adult content online.
Yeah, because you guys are such bad parents that you guys can't take a phone or a tablet away from your children. It's so funny because in my debate with John Schweppe, he literally said, even though, or keep in mind, he's in favor of ID age verification, he literally said that his kids don't even have any technology yet. I wonder why that is, John. It's because obviously he knows that it's dangerous for his kids to be online, and that's his way to moderate it. Why can't you all just do that instead of forcing everybody to hand over an ID? What the hell, man?
Where do we go from here? What still needs to be
Where do we go from here? Banning VPNs, I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. This is going to piss me off, but let's just keep watching.
done? And because there's a lot of activists that pay attention and listen to this. What do they need to do?
Sure.
A lot of activists that pay attention and listen to this. I'm kidding. I'm not trying to be a dick. But maybe on a different platform it gets more views. But
Well, the Screen Act was part of a package of kids' online safety, and it passed. It's going to go to the Senate, so we'll see what happens there. But
hopefully the law fucking dies. Hopefully that's what happens.
no matter, the Screen Act is such a good piece of legislation. Senator Lee is carrying it in the Senate, and then, of course, I had it in the House. If not, I want it put on the
So keep in mind that she is essentially to blame for this.
floor for a vote.
Yes.
I believe we'll have bipartisan support. Shame on anybody that would vote against it. It is
Shame on you, you freaking psychopath. Shame on you for actually trying to mask mass surveillance as protecting the kids. Shame on you. Don't be saying shame on anybody. Shame on you. I don't want to make any personal attacks, but fuck you. Like, how dare you? I'm offended by that. Thank you for the $2 by DD. Really appreciate it. Schweppe is the name of a ginger ale, by the way. Okay, well that explains why his brain felt like, it was like a fizzy drink, just full of gas, hot air. Anyways, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. Man, shame on you. Shut the hell up, man.
we are past due to have this kind of legislation. No other generation of children has been subjected to the kind of moral assault that they've got.
Oh my God, man. You are such a virtue signaler. Moral assault? Oh my God. This lady's insane.
On the internet. And I know parents are trying, but with
No, they're not. That's the problem. They're not trying. If they were trying, then we wouldn't even be in this position of actually having to discuss mass surveillance laws in the fucking United States government and every government around the world. They're not trying. That's the issue, Mary. Oh my God, man. Man, my old ass might have a freaking, I don't know, stroke, dude. My blood pressure's about to go through the roof here, dude.
Of a button, children can access these porn websites, and the point to require age identification technology or people to prove their age.
Yeah.
Other vices, or we have other things like you cannot buy a firearm without proving you're 18. You cannot.
Stupid argument. Stupid, idiotic argument. I'll tell you why. But let me just let her finish for a second.
Not buy alcohol, tobacco.
Okay. Okay. She's a moron. Oh my God. Okay. You just got caught. You don't know anything. You don't know anything at all. Oh my God. I'm so glad she said that. Okay. Let's take this step by step, right? She literally just said that the reason why ID age verification is valid because we have other vices in life. Like when you go ahead and buy a firearm, I'm about to say, I'm so mad right now. A firearm, then you have to prove your age. When you go ahead and buy alcohol, you have to prove your age. John brought up the same thing in our debate, and I'll tell you why that's so fucking stupid. When you were to go purchase any of those products, any of them, right? Alcohol specifically, right? You go to 7-Eleven, you go to buy a beer. You show the cashier your ID. They look at your ID and see your age. Do they fucking scan it and then put it in a database? No, they don't. Yeah, when you buy a firearm, they might like register. It depends on the state you live in or country or whatever. They might register your name or whatever. But for the most part, especially when you buy like alcohol or cigarettes, like she just said, they look at it. They visually look at it with their eyeballs, unless they have the fucking Terminator's eyeballs where they can scan your information with their own bare eyeballs. They're not going to be keeping the data. They're not going to be retaining the data. How are you comparing that to ID age verification, where your ID will be put into a database, potentially to be leaked, and not even potentially, more like a matter of if, not when? Oh, what a stupid argument that is, man. You guys understand the point I'm trying to make, right? Anybody who's ever bought alcohol or cigarettes or whatever, you guys know exactly what I mean. You don't have to actually give them your information for them to retain. They just look at it visually. Oh my God, what a stupid argument, dude.
You cannot
Nicotine,
gamble.
yeah, that's
you
exactly
cannot
right.
go into an adult show.
Again, gambling, right? Like, I've been to a casino in my life. The people at the front of the casino, literally, if they think that you're too young, they ask to see your ID with their eyeballs. They don't scan it and put it into a database. They just look at it, and if they see you're above a certain age, then they let you in. This is such a dumb argument, Mary. I'm honestly, it's unbelievable that she's a politician, but although, you know, a lot of politicians are fucking idiots. So you know, I guess I'm not that surprised. Thank you for the $5, Karma Monkey. Really appreciate that. We will control how you think and where you go. You will like it. British government probably love you guys. Fuck the government. Thank you for the $5, Karma Monkey. I really appreciate that, dude.
Without proving your age. And so all this is doing is putting a lock on that door until you show that you're 18. And then the porn companies can keep producing their filth, and the perverts can keep entering into that door. But
I mean, you're really the pervert. I mean, you're projecting here. You're the one who's trying to harvest the biometric data of all these different people of all different ages, races, ethnicities, whatever. You don't care. You just want to harvest that sweet, sweet data. I mean, you are really the perverted one, because you are willing to freaking suckle all of the freaking ID information, biometric data out of everybody around the world under the guise of protecting the kids. I mean, she is projecting so hard right now. Thank you so much for the $5, Pat Speedruns. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
But our children under the age of 18 will not anymore. And I want to remind the listeners that the average age that children find pornography is 11, and 80% of American children by the time they're 17 have access to online pornography. And
Man, like, okay, first of all, you didn't even present any type of like source for your statistics. You just blabbered some bullshit. And secondly, even then, that is still on the parents, because whose fucking device are the kids using? Did they go steal somebody's computer? Did they go Grand Theft Auto steal a fucking computer? No, they're using their parents' computer and phone or something. So if you don't want them to do that type of stuff, Google how to stop my kids from going to an adult website, which you can do on your router or any browser of your choosing. But if you don't care enough, then you won't care. Thank you for the thank you so much, Pat. I really appreciate that.
it's almost a huge amount of it is depicting violence
Yes.
towards women, and kids are
Wait, but if you say that adult videos are filth, then how do you know how do you know what it's depicting? Something you want to tell us, Mary? Whatever your name is. Hey, if there's something you want to confess, let us know, Mary.
picking up very bad ideas about sex. It's diminishing their desire to want to get married.
Yes.
You're a
And
legend, Pat. Thank
studies
you.
have shown that it contributes to anxiety, to depression, and to risky sexual behaviors. I mean, it is really an assault on their souls.
Again, the whole anxiety thing, like, again, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but like, do you have any statistical proof for that? Do you have a source for that? I mean, you're kind of just saying things, you know.
I think it's even worse. I think that it's leading young people to not even desire sex at all, which is like totally criminal. I mean, they're
know.
totally missing out on marriage and
know.
family and children.
Yeah.
But I do have to say I love the libertarian.
Oh my God, why do these guys always mention that term? I don't know. The smug look on this guy's face, man.
Because they have the same skepticism about government that I do.
Yeah, me too.
But this isn't government. This is actually putting the onus on.
It is government. What do you mean? You're literally passing a law where everybody has to submit an ID to go to adult websites and eventually social media. That is government. What are you, fucking stupid? No, this guy is just dumb, man.
On the porn companies, and they bring up online, oh, this is going to create a digital ID. Hold on.
Yes, it will, but okay, go ahead. I'll let you continue your bullshit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You actually already have a digital ID. It's called a MAID number, mobile identifier, advertiser identification number. They're tracking you. These private companies are tracking.
Fucking stupid. That is so dumb. Oh my God, what a stupid argument, man. You're comparing that, the whatever you call MAID or whatever you just said. You're comparing that to submitting a government ID with your first name, your last name, your address, your freaking driver's license number, all that shit. You think that is at all the same thing? You think that is at all the same as an AI facial scan which looks at the geometry of your chin and your freaking eyebrows to uniquely identify you? Like, it's like we're talking to actual Neanderthals who just discovered electricity like last week. Like, these guys actually don't know anything about technology. Like, they don't know a single thing about technology. And this is coming from me, and I'm an idiot myself. These guys literally don't know anything about technology.
Tracking you. It's how they became trillion-dollar companies, is by buying and selling and collecting and tracking your data. And
oh, you mean like the $1 trillion company called Meta, which is actually funding ID age verification laws? You mean those types of $1 trillion companies? Go ahead. I want to hear all the bullshit excuses and justifications. I've already heard them all. I got a counter for every single one, Terry. Keep going. I'm ready.
This is actually just saying to the porn companies, you can't deliver pornography or adult content without verifying that the person's.
Okay, so what's it saying to the social media companies that you guys want to do this on too? I'll wait. I don't know.
Over 18. It seems like the most common sense thing ever, and I'm very optimistic just because we've seen this in the States. We're up to 27 now. But there's something different about this fight than the trans fight in that it's nonpartisan. It's not even bipartisan. It's nonpartisan.
I think if I did, James, I think it would just be a repeat of the John Schweppe debate, because like they're going to just use the exact same talking points. Again, I mean, we literally just heard a sitting member of Congress, this Mary Miller lady, say it's no different than when you have to go and prove your age to buy alcohol. Yes, it is. But since your brain is located in your gluteus maximus, you don't understand that basic concept, the difference of putting your ID into a fucking database and showing your ID to the clerk at 7-Eleven. Do you think that is all the same? I mean, it's laughably stupid, the points that they're making in this podcast.
In Virginia, Purple State, it passed with only 3 legislators in both chambers voting against it.
I'm glad you brought that up because multiple states have passed.
Yeah,
this.
so that's what they do. They bring up completely irrelevant things and stuff like that too. Like you guys are saying, like trans fight and stuff like that. Like, what does that have to do with ID age verification? You guys are just, and this is what John was trying to do when we did our debate too. He started mentioning stuff like that and started mentioning other parts of like politics and stuff like that. And I'm just like, and I would shut him down. I mean, for those of you guys who actually watched the debate, actually, you know what? Let's get a head count right here. Type of 1 if you saw the debate between me and John. Type of 2 if you didn't see it. Let's get a head count of everybody who saw the debate. But for those of us who saw the debate, you guys can tell everybody else in chat who didn't see it. There were times where John was going off a complete fucking tangent about like random things in politics. And if you guys remember, I was literally shutting him down and I was like, okay, listen, I'm going to cut you off. I don't want to hear like your propaganda. That's not what we're here to fucking talk about, right? We're here to talk about ID verification. So yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. Let's continue talking about ID verification. You know what I mean? Because he was trying to present other political talking points. And I'm just like, dude, this is not like my channel is not a place for you to spew all your bullshit, you know? He was giggling the whole time too, very condescending. Well, I think he was nervous. I think that's really what it was. I kind of like caught that early on because usually when you're having a serious conversation with somebody and you keep laughing, it's a sign that you're nervous, you know? And again, I'm not anyone to be nervous of. I'm not a good debater, nor am I relevant or anything like that. I think he was just a little, I think he kind of started realizing about half an hour in that I had a counter to literally everything that he was saying because I've heard all the talking points that he said. And like, you know what I mean? Thank you so much for the $2. Really appreciate it, Bite DD. These two give off the same radiation from the NFT pros. Thank you so much. Because he knew you were the master of debaters. Yeah, movies with Marty. He thought I was a masturbator, as he said on Twitter, but you know, he wasn't prepared for what I was bringing. You know, he wasn't prepared that the guy who he accused of watching violent fetish videos might have had a trick or two up his sleeve. Thank you so much, Bite Deity.
Texas passed it, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court upheld it. So it's good legislation. I do appreciate the people with concerns because
yes, because we know that when a government passes a law, it's good legislation by default. The government has never made a mistake or done anything corrupt before, right, Mary?
I always have those concerns too. I'm, you know, going through the airport. I don't like it that they want you to take your picture, which I.
Oh. She doesn't like that they want to take a picture of her at the airport, but she wants everybody to submit an ID to go onto an adult website or to use social media. What the fuck are you talking about? At the airport, they have to sometimes take your picture because you're going on a flight and they have to identify you. And whether you want to agree with that or not, whatever, that's fine. I don't care about your opinion on that. But you comparing that to looking on Instagram to go check, I don't know, Ronaldo's latest social media post. I have to submit an ID to do that. The hypocrisy is off the charts. Oh my God. I think if you were to put a baked potato in that room, the baked potato would probably have the highest IQ in the room. Thank you for the $5 Pat Speedruns. Really appreciate that. I won't be surprised if it gets us to the point of having a world civil war against all governments. I mean, it kind of feels that way because it seems like most of the people in the world are against this, but for some reason, every single government in the world is for it.
I never subject to, which I know they have cameras everywhere, but I appreciate their concerns. And also, I'm a very strong supporter of the First Amendment.
Wait, so if you appreciate their concerns, then why do you not like them having your picture? What? And did you just say that you're a very strong supporter of the First Amendment? You're a strong supporter of freedom of speech, but you are trying to police everything that everybody does by demanding an ID from them. Yeah, talk about the most counterintuitive thing of all time. Yeah. What the fuck?
But the First Amendment protections do not apply to obscenity.
Right.
And also
Says who? Says who? You?
The first role of the government is to protect the people, and the most vulnerable is the first people that we should protect, which is our children.
No, you know who the most vulnerable people are? The people who have their IDs floating around to inevitably get leaked and hacked, which is, again, also going to be some of those kids that you're talking about, because kids can have IDs too, and they are going to be having to submit an ID too to be able to use Roblox and all that shit. Roblox, for example, is an infamous kids game where they want to group the kids based on age group. So those kids are going to be submitting their IDs too. And they're going to be pretty damn vulnerable when that data breach inevitably happens. Fucking Mary over here doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
So, you know, we do have to be aware of privacy issues, and I'm on board with that. But this is nothing except refusing to open the door for the porn company until they prove their age. And I do want to tell the listeners, I think they'll be interested in this. There is technology now that, well, for example, you could use it. My Screen Act would allow people to use this. When someone logs on, there will be, and they choose to use this form to identify their
Can you just tell us what it is, man? Spit it out.
age. They're told to move their face off the screen, and then to follow the hand prompts.
Yes.
And then a
Okay.
hand comes up.
Okay. So this is the freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi thing that John Schweppe was telling me about during the debate. The hand thing, right? So again, just to reference it, right? I mean, maybe if we've got some criminal justice people in the comments right now, they can vouch for what I'm about to say. I'm stupid. I don't know anything about the judicial system. But just so you know, when crimes are committed and the FBI goes and investigates it, fingerprints are one of the first things that they go and look for, because that is one of the most telling pieces of information to identify somebody. Fingerprint scanning is also very, very dangerous. People can find out a lot about you from your fingerprints. So I think that, like, just by bringing this up to try to give us some sort of relief or something like that, like this will be better, I don't know if it will be. I mean, fingerprint scans are also very, very invasive and dangerous. Thank you so much for another donation, Body. You don't have to donate, man, but I really appreciate it. Gifted children suffer more than neurotypical children, and because of these laws, death rates are more direct than the long journey a typical child must go through to experience depression. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. But yeah, again, any criminal justice people in the comments maybe can vouch for that. But yeah, I would imagine that fingerprint scanning is just as bad, possibly if not worse.
On the screen, and it folds and turns this way and that, they could tell your age from that.
No, it's got like a 99.7% accuracy rate.
Crazy?
You know what the funny thing is, like, about this guy with his shit-eating grin talking about the 99.7% accuracy? That is the same type of stuff that they say about AI facial scans. It's not accurate. It is absolutely not accurate. Tons of studies have been done about it. A lot of AI facial scans are not accurate at all. They usually misinterpret your age, give or take between 3 to 4 years. And obviously there are some people who look a lot older than they are, some people who look a lot younger than they are. 99.7% accuracy on the handprint thing, that's some bullshit. I don't believe that at all.
You mature after 18,
Yeah.
you have that ability. No, and they have consumer research, or the consumer questions. There's like a million ways to verify you're over 18.
Right.
But we're not doing it, and it's because there's an agenda here.
Okay, there's not. Okay, that again is another lie. There's not a million ways to identify your age. I know it's hyperbole, but there's not even like, I don't even think there's like reliably like 10 ways to do it, right? I hear about the same ones every time, right? ID age verification, so you literally submit a government ID, an AI facial scan, and now, this handprint thing. And then Mexico, as we've mentioned before, they are doing freaking eyeball scans, dude. Like, eyeball scans. They are trying to scan your irises. And this, by the way, is to get phone numbers. Right? A lot of people have missed this video that I uploaded a few months ago. That's why you got to make sure you subscribe and notifications on so you guys don't miss the videos. But yeah, I talked about eyeball scans in Mexico, right? Just to get a phone number, right? So, again, other than the 4 things that I just said, ID scans, AI facial scans, eyeball scans, and hand scans, name the other ID verification methods, Terry. I'd love to hear them. What? Fucking, you want to draw blood? You want to draw my blood? Get my blood type? I don't know.
But you gave this really powerful floor speech where you pointed out that the average age of first exposure to porn being 12 or 11. Yeah. And it's exactly right. Parents need all the help they can get. In what?
Again, she mentioned that statistic in the podcast. Where is your source? Where are you getting this information from? Again, I don't even doubt that that is true, but where do you, typically when you present something, especially in Congress, do you not want to provide a study or a source that you got that from? Or are we just going to start making up shit? I don't know. I mean,
I think Alito said this for the Paxton case. Mm-hmm. In what world are parents going to be more tech savvy than their children?
Remember the net neutrality fiasco 10 years ago? I mean, yeah, this is a similar concept where they're really just trying to strip away our internet privacy before our very eyes. Source, trust me, bro? Yeah, pretty much, dude. I don't know, man.
We're up against multi-billion-dollar companies and industries.
Here we go with the bullshit of, all these companies are against us. And yes, I'm sure a lot of companies are actually against ID age verification because, the responsibility of creating the age verification technology will be on them. But you guys have a very, very powerful companies on your side, specifically Meta, which is worth trillions of fucking dollars lobbying for ID age verification. Stop acting like such victims over here, man. Get out of here.
Can get as parents, and we've tried it for 30 years. And now the average age is 12. something's got to change.
So I had a back and forth with a member that voted no on it, and he was concerned about like what's going to happen in the future. But he said it's up to parents, and I said parents are doing their best. And I said,
No, they're not. Shut the hell up, Mary. Thank you for the $2, James. Really appreciate that. It's about control, nothing else. They hate us. True. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're going to use every excuse that they can. This is about, you know, protecting people. This is about protecting the kids, whatever. It is all about them trying to do mass surveillance across the entire world, not even just the United States. Thank you so much, James, for the $2. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being a member for so long. Same with you, TK. Let's get some W's for them. But yeah, Mary, shut the fuck up. Parents are not doing their best. If they were, your statistic wouldn't even exist with the fact that kids are seeing adult videos at that young of an age. Because, again, as I make the point a million times per stream, are the kids grand theft autoing the computers from their neighbors? Are they stealing the phones and computers? Or did you buy it for them and neglect, you were negligent and didn't actually block adult websites for them to potentially access? Come on, Mary. They're not doing their best. Let's be real. You don't like, I know I've been, you know, going in hard on these guys, you know, and I've been saying fuck you and all that. And that's immature for me. But, you know, just in a realistic sense, let's be real here, Mary Miller, representative of the House. You do not know how technology works. That is a fact. That is not an opinion. She has proven she does not actually understand technology. If she did, she wouldn't be proposing this type of bullshit because she would understand how dangerous it would be.
but he said it's up to parents, and I said parents are doing their best, and just like our family, you know, our children didn't have cell phones. We had one desktop. We had all kinds of protections on it.
Again, it is your choice to buy those kids that technology. It doesn't just spawn into your fucking house like this is The Sims. You buy the technology for your kids, so don't complain that they're on the technology so much. It is literally your jurisdiction and choice on what technology your kids have. So what are you talking about, man?
We actually paid someone to come and check, and we told the kids, you know.
She had to. Oh my God. Okay, let me listen to this and make sure I heard it correctly.
Children didn't have cell phones. We had one desktop. We had all kinds of protections on it. We actually paid someone to come and check, and we told the kids, you know, like we don't even trust ourselves. We set our lives up.
This is how incompetent she is. I mean, you heard it here first. They literally had to pay somebody else to check the computer and make sure that there wasn't like their kids weren't accessing anything dangerous. So you know what they paid somebody to do? Go check the history on the web browser. You know what she paid someone else to do? Go ahead and put parental controls on a router or on a browser. Dude, your 98-year-old grandma could learn how to do that if you show her a step-by-step Google tutorial or video that will tell you exactly which buttons to press and what to type in to do so. But she had to pay somebody else to do it. And this is a sitting politician currently making laws about technology. Do we not understand how fucking insane that is? That those guys that got paid by Mary, that's the easiest paycheck of their lives. I could have done that shit. Pay me next time, Mary. I got you.
To be an open book.
Yes.
And this is part of it. But today is different. The cell phones are in the hands. And so the careful
because you paid for them.
Parent, their children are going to football, they're going to school, to the pool. Other kids have these phones and showing them. Mm-hmm. And back to the...
So this is what she thinks is happening in the world right here. Okay, imagine this, guys. I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine this. You're going to your football game and you don't have a phone, and your friend shows up and then just shows you porn. Like, what universe do you think we live in, dude? Like, what are you talking about, man? I honestly think she's trolling. Like this is like the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life, man.
Comment I made of Alexander Solzhenitsyn's son saying that we have forgotten about the evil that lurks in the heart of men. It lurks in children too.
Yes.
And children are curious.
Yes.
And they...
This is one of the most ridiculous people I think I've ever heard speak about anything. The fact that this is a sitting member of Congress is fucking insanity.
So if your child doesn't have the cell phone, the other kids have it.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, you're foolish if you think your kids are so perfect and would never be curious. And it is up to adults to protect our children.
Well,
I agree. So why don't you do that instead of paying somebody else to put parental controls on your router or browser? I mean, she is. I thought the guy would be like the dumber person in this room, but she is like just. If there was a competition on being like just completely incompetent, I mean, she would win first place and second place. Like,
in
I
one
don't know.
common thread that I've noticed about all the people that are against age verification is almost none of them have children themselves.
Okay, we already heard this part. He says most people against age verification aren't they don't have children. Again, he has no way of knowing that. He's just assuming. You know what they say about assuming makes an ass out of you and me. So literally, he says nothing of intelligence here. Let's try to skip this part.
Soul searching about what
Oh yeah, so she was also saying anybody who's against ID age verification should do some soul searching.
people, which first of all, they're going to be able to have access. All they have to do is prove their age. But if they're so afraid of being found out, maybe they should do some soul searching about what they're doing with their life anyway.
Yes.
If you're afraid of handing your ID over to every single website you use, you need to do some soul searching. This woman, man.
Well, I if I remember correctly, sometimes I don't remember correctly. You're a baseball fan, Cardinals fan, is that right?
Cubs.
You're a Cubs fan. I would not have guessed that.
Who gives a shit? Okay, let's keep talking about age verification.
There's one team, the Texas Rangers.
No way you guys are about to pivot to baseball after just talking about harvesting everyone's data. Yeah, you know, I agree. Let's take everybody's IDs so they can use the internet. So, do you like baseball? Oh, man. These two. Oh, my God, dude. You could count the amount of IQ points in this room with both your hands. Like, oh, there's probably a combined IQ of 9 in this room right now. And I think that was it. Okay. Actually, they started going back to it a little bit here. Violin lessons. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I think we actually should harvest everybody's ID so they can use the internet. So, you ever swung a bat? You ever really threw a 90-mile pitch? Cubs fan, right? Cubs fan? Oh, man. This was one of the worst podcasts I've ever watched in my life. It was so bad. Oh, my God. It wasn't even because I disagree with them. It's because every point that was made was so asinine, ass 10, ass 11, dude. Oh, my God. Well, hey, guys, it has 8 views now. You're welcome, guys. I gave you guys a view. Enjoy, Terry.
Remember correctly.
23 views now. Let's go, boys. Come on now. I'll just say one thing, Terry. You guys were wise to hide the comments. Although that does show exactly that you know how bad it would be if people were allowed to comment on that video. Mary Miller, her name is, huh? Yeah, we got to look into this. We got to look into this person. I mean, she was already just saying the most ridiculous shit ever, but I'm sure her tweets are really bad as well. Oh my God. That was, oh my God, just the pure brain rot. I just don't think I've heard like a more stupid conversation in my entire life. I want to, okay, you know what? Let's look up Mary Miller screen, like, you know, screen act. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to use Twitter's stupid little search thing. How is she a politician? I was gonna say the same thing, but we've frequently known, especially in the United States, that the dumbest people in the world actually end up becoming politicians. So I'm actually not surprised that she's a politician. Oh my God, what? No. Okay, let's do that again. Rep Mary Miller. Thank you guys for sitting through that with me. I mean that was pure torture to hear a lot of that shit. Is their Twitter name Rep Mary? Okay, here we go. 80% of children aged 12 to 17 have been exposed. So this is pretty much the exact same statistic that she said in the podcast, although I do remember her saying the age of 11. So do you even what is your source for this? Are we just making stuff up, or can you prove this? I mean, you're just saying shit. Like, can you prove that? I don't know. So yeah, the Supreme Court. So this was the first time that they actually upheld the awful ID age verification law in Texas, and they also just recently just did it again for this the App Store one. So yeah, her handler will respond. Yeah, I guess so. Would you debate Mary Miller? I mean, I don't think she's gonna stoop low enough to debate some random YouTuber like me, but I would be down. I think that would be a lot more interesting than, you know, debating John, because obviously she's an actual politician that holds political power. Again, I'm not saying I'm a good debater or anything like that. I'm not very intelligent at all, but I think that wouldn't really go well for her. Yeah, I would be willing to bet that wouldn't really go her way, because again, a lot of the arguments that she makes is I don't know. There's not a number low enough to describe the IQ there. I gotta be honest. So again, children in America are being exposed to online adult videos at an average age of 12. Again, you just say it. Like, you can't link one study or something where you got this information? Again, I'm not even arguing if that's true or not. That's not even the argument that I'm making. It's just, you would typically expect a member of politician with actual power, before they just say shit, they actually, I don't know, prove it. You know, I mean, are we just hocus pocusing statistics here? I mean, 87% of statistics are made up on the spot. It's like, again, oh my God, this is the third time she said this. What is the source here? Congressman Mary Miller, is that your source? Like, what are we talking about, dude? Where's the link of the article, or this is false? Exactly. I mean, like, again, and even if it is true, why can't you provide some sort of source to prove it? You know, what is their source? I don't know. I have no idea. Children are being exposed to obscene content. So this is just her. So she's literally a Pokemon. I mean, what's it called? She's a Pokemon. Like, she just says the same shit over and over again. That's all she does. Made up statistics are actually 57.3% more believable when they have a decimal in them. That's a good one, homie. Yeah, okay. So her whole argument is just about adult videos. Again, like, they're also trying to extend this to social media. John, in our debate, I literally told him that you do realize that a website like Twitter... Okay, so you guys understand the diction that they usually use to identify an adult website, right? If you guys don't know, this is what they usually say. They usually say, any website where more than a third of the content on the website is nudity would be classified as a P website, an adult website, right? And while I was bringing that up to John, I was like, you do realize that websites like Twitter, a lot of the content is on, a lot of the content is adult videos, right? And then he's like, really? Like, more than a third? And I'm like, yeah, I would say so. And he's like, okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, this would be an adult website, and we should have ID age verification here too. I'm sorry, but can anybody in the comments right now, just think about it real quick. Can you guys name any social media that doesn't have tons of nude content on it? Literally any social media that I can think of. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. Most of them have tons of adult content. YouTube? Oh, no, YouTube has tons of adult content, Jack. Trust me, tons of it. I have a playlist on my channel called The Weird Side of YouTube. You can find full adult videos on YouTube. YouTube has tons of bad content. No, that's not true, Hunter. Not true at all. Trust me, this is something I've looked into a lot. I have an entire playlist called The Weird Side of YouTube that I've been working on for years. YouTube has tons of nude content. You guys would be shocked. Seems like a lot of you guys don't think that YouTube doesn't have bad content. YouTube isn't as bad as TikTok or Facebook. I can't. Okay, you know what? I think I could give you TikTok, because I think TikTok is very poorly moderated. But I don't know about Facebook, man. You would be surprised. YouTube has tons of nude content. You should debate her. If she thinks that she's in the right, then she would not have any issues winning a debate with you. I think it would just kind of like, it would be like a downgrade for her to debate me, Mike. I mean, let's be real here. She's a sitting member of Congress. I'm some random irrelevant YouTuber. I don't think she's going to do it. John was willing to do it. No offense to John. I appreciate him for talking to me, but John doesn't actually have any like active political power. He's just more like somebody who just yaps on Twitter. You know what I mean? So him doing it makes more sense. She's an actual politician. I really doubt she would do it. And again, if she did do it, again, I'm not trying to say some sort of master debater or whatever. I think that it wouldn't go well for her, because I think that tons of people know the exact points that she would make in the debate anyways. So yeah, it's parents' responsibility to look after the kids. If they don't do that, it affects the child in the future. Agreed, mascot, but seems like the world's politicians would disagree with you. I don't know, man. Let's see if she's got some tweets about the Kids Act. I know she probably does. You know, to protect our kids. Again, she just keeps saying the same thing again and again, like an actual Pokemon, but she doesn't actually she doesn't actually prove it. YouTube won't let me set another super chat. It's okay, James. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You don't have to donate, man. Donations are not required, but they are appreciated. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, it's the same stuff that she's talking about. I don't know, man. Okay, here's a good community note. The Screen Act is just a Trojan horse. They do this by telling majority of the people that it's for the kids, but in actuality, it's just for mass surveillance. They could have spelled surveillance right there. Restricting more of your First Amendment rights. Tell your representative to vote no on the CASA and the Screen Act. I like the community note. That's good. Can I rate this as helpful? Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's helpful. Good. Yeah, I don't know. What are the limits of super chats? I don't know, guys, but it's okay. You guys don't have to donate, man. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. If you guys could just do me a favor and leave a like on the stream, if you guys can subscribe with notifications on, I'd really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. But anyways, back to the genius over here, Mary. Major win for parental rights at the Supreme Court. Parents have a constitutional right to know what is happening with their children at school. You know, something, probably another invasive ass law. I don't know. But yeah, man. There's some base folks behind community notes. Yeah, true. Yeah, she is just unbelievably uninformed. I refuse to believe she's actually this stupid. I honestly think there is some corruption at play here. I mean, there's obviously corruption at play here. I mean, we're talking about politicians trying to steal everyone's rights. But I think that she is actually not as ignorant as she lets on. I think she actually understands how ridiculous her points are. Thank you so much, Bite DD. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Where were these people when TikTok was taking over America? Right, it wasn't the kids they were worried about. It was China. Yeah, I mean, there's so many examples that you could point to with these politicians on them worrying about kids so much. I mean, what is the main one, right? I mean, for example, you could tell that she is a supporter of a certain political candidate and she supports the current administration. Well, why aren't you going ahead and getting them to release the e-files then? I can't say the actual word because YouTube will demonetize me, but yeah, Mary, if you care so much about protecting kids so much, why don't you get those files released and actually get the people on the list arrested? Oh, wait, you won't, because a lot of the people that you like are on the list. So get the fuck out of here with that, Mary. Thank you so much, Brian, for the $5. Please leave a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Thank you so much, Brian. Really, really appreciate that. Who am I to argue with such a smart, intelligent man? You guys heard Brian. But yeah, again, Mary, if you care about the kids so much, why don't you get those e-files released? Oh, wait, we know why. Imagine she reacts to this. I don't give a shit, dude. That's the thing. I mean, that's why I love, being able to do what I do and all you guys supporting and stuff like that. I'm not anyone important anyways, It's not like I'm over here holding some political power or abusing it or whatever like these people are. I'm just a random idiot sitting on a channel giving my opinions. I mean, and I have every right to do so. And I will freaking oppose this law till the end of time. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for another 100 Argentinian pesos, buddy. Really appreciate that. The worst psychologists are those who want a child to have no problems and try to solve them with parental control without listening to the personal problems of each children themselves. Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I can never compare it to that $100 donut. Thank you so much, Brian. Really appreciate that, dude. Oh, man. Sheesh, man. And that Terry Schilling guy, too. I guarantee if we go on his Twitter, it's just full of shit. Yeah, let's go. Again, prepare your eyeballs here. We might get some very stupid opinions here. So okay. Here we go. Here's some discourse here. We could update the parental controls that already exist, or you guys could find wives and stop watching adult videos. Oh my god, I'm about to cook your ass. Okay. Notice how the second you get an alternative to mass surveillance, to the mass surveillance laws that you are proposing, you immediately resort to personally attacking someone who disagrees with you. You are what should I say that's not that offensive? Because I want to say something bad. You are, what should I say that doesn't make me look like that much of a dick? You are inbred Eggman. No, I'm just kidding. You are full of shit. There you go. Man. Yeah, fuck it, dude. Rip it off like a band-aid. How about quit judging people with opposing views? Exactly. Stop labeling them in descriptions with folks like, start a logical discussion. I've written and researched more about this issue than you ever will. A simple Grok search will tell you you're an anon who has such an attachment to adult videos, with the average age first exposure being 11. You feel no remorse and instead accuse the people who don't use or want adult videos. Man, you are... Man, this guy is such a dickhead. Holy shit. Yeah, because Grok is definitely known as such a reliable source. You are a brainlet. No, that's too mean. That's too mean. Oh, man. You resort to playground in... Okay, hold on. You claim to want to protect the kids while insulting everyone like you're in kindergarten. Who disagrees with you? There we go. Right, guys? Got him? Got his ass. All right. Come on, Terry. Come at me, bro. I mean, he's already getting ratioed like crazy anyways. I mean, what a piece of shit you are, Shilling. You're a scum that attacks and insults people for their opinions and acting like you know everything. Here's the thing. You don't know shit, you arrogant little man. Kiss my ass, you censorship-loving freak. Oh, man. Get his ass, dude. Get his ass. Maybe you need to... What does GFY mean? Am I old? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Meaning. Well, good for you. Go... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Because you're a nasty pedo projector that wants this bullshit. You want to harass and stalk people like this. Okay. Get him, guys. Yeah, man, this guy's a dick. John is so nice compared to this guy. Holy shit. And that's saying something because John's an actual Twitter troll. Man, this guy's such a douchebag. Holy shit. This guy respectfully, disagreed. We could update the parental controls that already exist, or you guys could find wives that stop watching adult videos. I mean, good one, man. Who gave you that one? Grok? I mean, who are you married to? Fucking Grok? Did Grok tell you how to, go be with your wife? Like, yeah, that's a good way to really combat somebody. Just go ask Grok. Dude, man, how about you hop off our cock? How about that? I mean, I don't know, man. So take your response, a yes projector, or maybe gun grabber Terry. We don't want what's going on in the UK with their Online Safety Act. And he responds with a yawn. It's a great counter argument there. So he's another guy who sits on Twitter arguing with people all day. Should we get Terry on for an interview next? I honestly think that conversation will be a lot more hostile, just based on his Twitter replies. I mean, I'm down for it if you guys would be down to watch it, but I don't think he's going to actually present any good points. I think he's just going to talk about irrelevant bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. Bro, so that's the good name of Terry. I want him to be humbled. He won't be humbled though. He's gonna, I don't know. He's gonna come on here and then he's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I went on his podcast to own the libs." I mean, I don't know. This guy is just Bullshit. You watch anime on Why are you guys so obsessed with anime? Why is this such like a huge talking point for you guys? Are you guys like, I swear these guys are like closeted anime fans, you know? Like they bring up anime every like 10 seconds and then they like try to use it to like demean or diminish people. Like, yeah, your name's accurate because you are a fucking shill. You're a shill for goddamn IDH verification and mass surveillance. Fucking Terry Shilling. Oh my god, man. I think that is the job of parents. And then he responds with, how many kids do you have? Again, trying to like create a counter argument by saying this person doesn't have kids. I don't know. Again with the anime. Yeah, literally, they just will not stop bringing anime. I swear this guy has fucking 3 waifu pillows on his goddamn bed right now, and he's watching every single anime you can think of at the moment. Like, at a certain level, it becomes projection. It's like when somebody is like on Snapchat talking about the fact that they don't miss their ex-boyfriend, they don't miss their ex-girlfriend, and then they make 20 posts about how they don't miss this ex-girlfriend. Like, eventually, you're kind of telling on yourself a little bit, right? I mean, you guys bring up anime more than you bring up your own children and wives. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it gets a little weird. And then he just responds to yawning or, like, sleeping with everybody. I mean, this is probably an image of your brain right now because you think IDH verification is a good idea. I don't know, man. This guy, I'm honestly, like, I just from his tweets, he really, like, is much more of a dick than John. Like, John, say what you want about him, and, you know, obviously I've you know, dunked on him a little bit, but he honestly seems like, through conversation, a fairly nice guy, right? I mean, yeah, we disagree. I think he's ridiculous. I think a lot of his opinions are stupid, but honestly, he seems like a nice guy, right? He could have been faking it for the stream, whatever, but this guy honestly just seems like an absolute douchebag, like top to bottom. Thank you for what's called another donation body. Really appreciate that. Please respond to Twitter with this response or similar. Do you know how many minors are unsafe? None, because you don't hear by law, you idiot. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciate that. Personal insults instead of actual facts and arguments demonstrates his level. Oh yeah, I mean, he's not, there are people who are peacefully disagreeing with him, and then he is going and insulting them every single time. I mean, yes, you know, again, you guys know I made the inbred Eggman comment to John, but first of all, he came at me first and said I jack it to violent fetish videos. So, I mean, the way I am is, I know it's a bad way to be, but I'm kind of eye for an eye. I mean, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. But if you want to start going to playground insults, I think I might be able to hang with the best of them. So, I mean, we can go down that route. If you know, Terry ever wanted to go down that route, I mean, this guy seems like such a douchebag. It's actually crazy. Thank you so much for the $5, Nova. I really appreciate it. Are all of these politicians insecure man children? It really seems that way because, again, he won't stop talking about anime and insulting people for watching it. What is your issue? Like, why are they always talking about anime? I might need to do a stream just on this guy, just looking into how much times he's brought up anime as well. I mean, I don't know. Thank you so much for the $5, Nova. Really appreciate it. John at least had some dignity debating you, even his logic is so extremely flawed. Yeah, I mean, John overall, I mean, even though we disagreed on stuff, I mean, he was fairly pleasant. I feel like if I was to do one with this guy, he would just be a douchebag the entire time. You know what happened? Oh, what's up, Schlep? We're just talking about this douchebag over here who, like, you know, anybody who disagrees with him, he's just like going ahead and like insulting them super hard over here. Thank you for the $2 by DD. Really appreciate that. Internet now needs government ID. You can get wives now. Thank you for the $2. Really appreciate it. Now, we're just talking about this turbo douchebag, right? So, like, people are disagreeing with, like, some of the things he's saying about IDH verification. I mean, about the title? Oh, I mean, it's obvious. The EU, UK, and several states in the United States are already banning VPNs. They've already passed laws to ban VPNs, or they're presenting ones. The EU Commission is presenting a VPN ban for all 27 countries in it. The UK's new Prime Minister, who will be taking over in September, is now talking about the fact that they will be restricting VPN usage. So VPN bans are really coming in strong, and they're coming in all over their, well, what states are? Utah already has passed a VPN ban. It's already active for IDH verification. It got temporarily paused because the owner of the hub or whatever sued them. So it got paused and turned from May 6, 2026 to September 3rd, 2026. But it still happens. What happens if I use a VPN in Utah? I have no idea. I don't know how they're going to enforce it. I don't even know how you enforce a VPN ban to begin with. But yeah, that's what's happening. The EU is doing it. The UK is doing it. But yeah, I mean, we were just talking about this guy for a bit because he just seems like a turbo douchebag. What happens if you're somehow caught? You're invisible. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I really don't understand how you go ahead and enforce a VPN ban. I never understand. So the only way they could do it is if they lock down their internet, like you know, a country like China or North Korea would, you know, where they make it so the internet is only national, but it's not international, so it can't connect outside of the country. And would the UK be willing to do that? I mean, I don't know at this point. You know what I mean? And this guy he will not stop talking about anime, dude. I don't know, man. This is like his only point over here, that, oh, you watch anime, therefore your arguments are invalid. So fucking stupid, man. He just keeps doing the yawn thing as well. Yeah. So he really just wants to sit on Twitter all day and argue with people. What a waste of time that is, man. I'm going to make purposely inflammatory statements on the internet, and when I get backlash for it, rightfully so, I'm just going to yawn emoji at everybody. You got us all. You really owned us there. I don't know, man. Look at how many yawn emojis he's got, dude. This guy is a Pokemon in his own right. He just keeps doing the same shit over and over again. Isn't Switzerland in the EU, though? I don't know if it's the EU as a whole. I think it's the EU Commission. I think the EU Commission is something that they're really going to be going into. Wouldn't Tor make sense for them to go after before VPNs? Well, what you're doing right now, Schlepp, is you're trying to use logic. What they're saying is, we will implement ID age verification no matter what. I don't think they're looking at the most efficient way to do anything. I think they're trying to actually have mass surveillance on the entire world. I think that's what it is. I don't think they're looking at what would be the most logical thing to shut down or how they're actually going to go about doing it. The EU Commission lady literally got asked, how are you going to enforce a VPN ban? And she said she would have an answer for us later. She said coming this summer, you know, on next time on Dragon Ball Z, I'll have an answer for you. I don't understand. This guy's insanely dishonest and insanely stupid, or both. Almost none of them have children themselves in terms of the issues that opponents raise, whatever. Well, that's the thing, Schleppy, that you got to realize that most of these people in politics don't actually know how the internet works. They don't know anything about the internet. We were just listening to a politician who was saying that she literally pays people to go to her house every now and then and make sure her kids aren't looking at bad things on the internet. That's how little these people know about the internet. They actually don't think that parental controls on a router and a browser exist. She is paying somebody else to come to her house and check the Google history on her goddamn children's accounts. I mean, dude, pay me, I'll do it. I mean, how out of touch can you be? And keep in mind that these old ass people, again, no offense to anybody in that age group, but obviously it's a relevant point. These 70, 80, 90-year-olds are out here making jurisdiction and laws for us when they don't even know how the internet works. Their viewpoints are back in 1950 and 60, and they're over here making jurisdiction for all of us. I mean, it is insanity. Just like how there is an age minimum to be a politician, there should be an age maximum, and I will make that point to the grave. You should not be allowed to be a politician if you're like 70. I mean, your brain is literally deteriorating, and your viewpoints are from literally 50, 60 years ago. So why the hell are there even politicians of that age in this country, or any country for that matter? Do you even think that they know what Tor is? No, I don't. They don't even know what parental controls are, Schlepp. They actually think that, like the kids just have like this unfiltered access to adult websites, that you can't actually use parental controls in a router to do it. You literally, in the matter of 10, 15 minutes, you could block every single major adult website. And you would not have to do ID age verification. I mean, these guys are actual, I don't know, these guys are actual lobotomites. I don't mean to be a douchebag and to do personal insults, but one, a lot of these assholes do the same whenever anybody has a good argument against them. And two, these guys are actually trying to take away everybody's freedom, and they just keep saying they're protecting the kids thing. Yeah, it's going to get me amped up. Yeah, I am fired up because honestly, fuck all these people. Like, it's insane to me that not only are these people trying to pass laws in this, but they maintain their positions of political power despite being this fucking dumb. It's just crazy, man. Ugh. I went on a lot of rants today, but I'm just going to keep going. None of the politicians know what parental controls are. Dude, they hardly even know like how the internet works. I don't know. I mean, these are the same people that ask their kids, hey, what's my Facebook password? You know, I mean, and these are the same people that are making laws for all of us in this chat and everybody in the world right now. Sounds like a good business for those guys. Yeah, true, Sabal. Obviously blame Roblox for this. They gave a finger for everyone to point at while lobbying for age verification for years. Yeah, I mean, a lot of companies have been doing it. Meta's been doing it for a while, but honestly, this is actually mainly the fault of the UK. I mean, the UK's Kids Online Safety Act in 2023 essentially started the modern push of age verification laws. And the fact that they were able to successfully implement it on adult websites, that is when the slippery slope, the trickle effect started. And every single country in the world right now either already has ID age verification of some kind or are planning to. They're discussing it in their Congress. The bills have been presented, and it essentially all stemmed from the UK. So, yeah. And Meta literally has been proven to have been lobbying millions of dollars into ID age verification laws. Millions. And keep in mind that they are obviously responsible for shady-ass companies such as Facebook. So, yeah. This is planned before Roblox. Yeah. I mean, this has been in the making for actually about 10 years or so now. But again, in terms of if we're talking about an actual law that got passed to make this process to go, it was the Kids Online Safety Act in 2023 that really, really kicked off the shitstorm that's going on in the world right now. And now, as you guys can see from the title of the stream, they are actually considering and discussing banning VPNs. As I've said 1,000 times, and I just have to keep reiterating, first of all, how do you ban a VPN? And second of all, the idea that is even being presented, like that's even being discussed, banning VPNs, is insane to me. You know, that is insane. Thank you for the $5, Nova. Really appreciate that. Don't hold back on the harshness, man. We all need to be this angry at these laws proposed by these technologically literate morons. Thank you for the $5. Really appreciate it, Nova. Oh yeah, I mean, the reason why I'm trying to hold back a little bit, Nova, is because I know some of these people are going to use that as an excuse for why we shouldn't have a conversation about it. Oh, you're resulting to ad hominems, as they go on their Twitter and literally call everybody that disagrees with them, you know, anime-loving nerds and all this type of shit. I mean, they literally do it first, and then they play victim. So they literally, I mean, it's like the saying goes, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, you know? If you're going to start resorting to all that bullshit, and then you get it thrown back in your face, then all of a sudden they play victim. Oh no, I mean, you guys are being so rude. Yeah, well, you know what's rude? Fucking trying to steal everybody's information. That's pretty damn rude. I don't know, man. Though most VPNs operate outside of the UK and US anyhow. Yeah, I mean, I really don't understand how they would enforce it. Yeah, you're so right, Nova. I still agree with what you said. I think Roblox is still critically unsafe. I mean, yeah, if you guys missed the other stream when Schlepp was here, Schlepp said two things. One, he said that he actually thinks that IDH verification made Roblox more unsafe. And two, he actually said that you can actually just buy a verified account of a certain age for like 50 cents or something, right? Schlepp, am I correct on that? He said something along the lines of that, and I was just like, okay, well, that just proves that IDH verification was literally fucking useless for Roblox. And now they literally have pictures of all these random 9-year-olds on the internet, and they're likely just holding it in some database out there. I know they're gonna say the same thing as Discord and whatever all these other companies do. Don't worry, guys, it's just all on a device, and we're not gonna go ahead and store this information. Yeah, okay. And then what happens? The next data leak happens. I don't trust a word these damn companies say. I don't trust a word that any politician says either. Yes, I'll send you the website where you can buy accounts for 50 cents. I mean, that is insane that's the thing. 50 cents. Dude. For the price of a wrapper. you can get an age verified account. Thank you for another donation, body. Thank you. Once again, you don't have to donate, man, but I really appreciate you. These age laws do not take into account giftedness, and that is more dangerous because it demotivates gifted children, leading to increased depression. Thank you for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. 50 cents sound like fraud is involved. Yeah. I don't know, man. Kim Starmer. I mean, dude, Mr. Starmer's replacement over here is actually a lot worse. This Andy Burnham guy. This guy's trying to ban VPNs before he's not even in office yet. Or, I mean, he is in office, but he's not even the prime minister yet. Man. Hopefully we can vote for people who know how the internet works anyways. Yeah, I hope so. Kid Starver. That's a good one, Wormhole. Oh my god, man. That podcast, I lost brain cells just listening to that podcast. I'm sure you guys did too. This Terry Schilling guy, I mean, this guy seems like such a douchebag. He would definitely be someone that I think if we were to have a conversation, it would not be productive. Oh, man. He just keeps putting fucking yawning emojis at anybody who disagrees with him. Here we go. Here we go. He said age verification is a compromise, and then he mentioned these two things, and then this person says, "The fuck do the last two have to do with anything? You topic changing." Oh man, I mean that's so true. They always like put other shit in it too, like that has nothing to do with ID age verification. Oh my god. So this guy actually just sits on Twitter all day and argues with people. What a sad existence, dude. There is no such thing as anybody who sits on the internet and argues with people all day who's happy. Like those two things are mutually exclusive. Like there's no way. You cannot actually sit on the internet all day and argue with people and be happy. I mean, especially when it comes to serious topics. If you're doing it to troll, I mean, that's still like loser behavior, but fair enough. But yeah, I don't know, man. ID verification is child endangerment. Yeah. I'm real prone to unconsciously changing subjects. You can show the website on screen. Does it have anything bad on it? Any type of nudity or something like that? I don't want this stream to get demonetized. Yeah, I'll open it on my other monitor. Check first. Accounts. Okay, yeah, nothing bad on it. Okay. This is a website that Schlep just sent me where you can purchase freaking age verified accounts on Roblox for 50 cents each. If Roblox, I mean, this is how bad ID age verification is. And this is how useless it is. For the price of 50 cents, you can just circumvent the entire thing. And it even gives you certain age ranges and stuff as well. I mean, talk about fucking pathetic, man. It's crazy. So the fact that that is a thing is unbelievable. And just think about the fact that that type of, like, that's how easy it is to go ahead and circumvent ID age verification, man. There's no way that people aren't going to do the same for other services too. Oh yeah, 100%. They're going to do the same thing for every other social media there is. It's inevitable. Oh man. Personal attacks from Julie at this point are just so predictable. Pokemon, we're talking about Pokemon. Dude, you literally bring up anime all the time to insult people. You absolute, like, what? This fine guy's such an idiot, man. Julie wants your kids accessing hardcore adult videos anytime they want, but heaven forbid they become successful. Oh my god, this guy is such a like he's just, I don't know, man. This guy is such an idiot, man. I'm so glad he gets ratioed every time he tweets, but again, I'm sure he's a rage baiter, so he just wants the negative attention. Such a liar, not sure who buys your garbage about adult videos. I don't care what John says. I don't care if he plays Pokemon, but I do care that he insults others who like anime and accuses them of being gooners and pedos. I would have expected a guy of your status to have better positions and harass the mom on X who disagrees with your policy positions, but apparently not. Yeah, I mean, this guy's an absolute idiot. Thank you, Schlep. Appreciate you, man. Take care. Julie, you seriously need to go back to maturity school. I have not dealt with level of turdish behavior since high school. Oh my god, my mom has 10 kids and she doesn't like you or your stance aside with the... Okay, so because your mom disagrees with this person, therefore the argument is perfectly correct. So far, this guy's arguments have been, hey, I'm right because my mom says so, and hey, I'm right, go check Grok. Holy shit, this guy has the fucking brain cells of a rotting cucumber, dude. This is how dare you. This guy has to be a troll. There's no way he actually, like, this is actually his personality. If it is, this is sad, because this is the exact same thing that John did, right? John is like a super Twitter troll, and he goes and like insults people on the internet and argues with people all day, and then we get him in a conversation and he's like you know, somewhat reasonable, you know. Obviously, again, his opinions are absolutely ridiculous, but somewhat reasonable. We were at least able to have a conversation. I assume this guy would be the same way, where he's a super loser Twitter troll, and then he hops in the call and he's like, yeah, man, I actually really respect you. And it's just like, okay, I don't know. The way he's doing it, though, really rubs me the wrong way, because I feel like he's like going like an extra step to make this personal, you know? I don't know, man. Why is he listing people like sections in a chapter? Yeah, I don't know. That's the chapter of his the book that he wrote, an autobiography. It's called "I'm a Moron," starring Terry Schilling, aka Schilling for ID age verification. Oh man. So he actually just sits on Twitter all day and just insults people. Wow, man. Threats like you who attack our First Amendment need to be chased out. What is the next train to Santa? What? What is this? What is this like? Like, I don't understand what the joke is here. Am I missing something here? What is the joke about the train thing that he keeps saying? That must be stupid. I don't know what he's saying there. Eric Cartman, if he was real. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty sure it's a threat. Oh, man. Are you really threatening to fight people on the internet? That is the cringiest thing of all time, man. Thank you for another $5, Nova. Really appreciate it, dude. How dare you say this? How dare you speak common sense? I am insecure little man. Anime bad forever. Yeah, I mean, both of them are constantly trying to talk about anime all the time, 24/7. Like, okay, you guys can just like, okay, John already got exposed for like literally indulging in anime somewhat by doing the trading card game stuff with Pokemon. I guarantee you this guy has some freaking uwu, you know, waifu pillows on his goddamn bed that he hides during his debates or whatever. Like, you guys bring up anime more than actual anime fans. I mean, if you guys want to be honest and tell us that you like anime, you could just be honest. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, they just constantly won't shut up about anime. Pretty pathetic that you missed the entire point, but I guess it makes sense. Church response is so predictable at this point. Yeah, this guy's just an idiot. He's against adult videos, period. Not anime, not plumbers, not pizza delivery guys. He's just, oh my god. But again, John clarified that he doesn't have a problem with people who watch anime, but he clarified that in a call with me in front of like 1,400 people, right? But on his Twitter, he does constantly insult people who like anime. Therefore, it would be reasonable to assume that he actually does not like people who watch anime, right? But again, these guys mention anime more than they actually mention, things that they like. So it makes me think that this is something that you like. You're just projecting here. Behind the scenes, I love anime. Yeah, oh, dude. I don't know, man. This guy really loves moving the goalposts when he's proven wrong. Oh, yeah. I'm no anime fan, but if you like it, you're chill with me. Yeah, I mean, even if I don't give a shit. I mean, obviously, you guys know my favorite show is Dragon Ball Z, but I'm not like a huge anime fan in general. If Terry doesn't like anime, that's fine. You don't have to like it. But why the fuck are you like constantly going out of your way to insult people that do? It makes you look like an insecure little loser. You know, that you're trying to make personal attacks at people. Hey, stop enjoying what you enjoy. Okay, sorry? Like, sorry that, people have a hobby? Well, what do you like? What are you like mad about? That people have some interests that you don't align with you? And so this, again, replies like this, where again, this loser is sitting on Twitter all day arguing with people. It makes me think that this is what he like thrives on, right? I don't even know if I would want to give this guy a platform, even one as small and stupid as mine, Man, this guy makes John look like the Pope, dude. And I'm gonna assume this is like John's pal over here or something too, right? Because they work on. Oh, he's the president of this bullshit ass project. This stupid ass project that is constantly pushing ID age verification. He is literally the president. Oh my god, man. He might as well be the president of the Flat Earther Club with all the bullshit you're saying, dude. Oh man. Most of the people lobbying for ID age verification regulations are in the files. Oh my god. That's crazy. So curious about this guy's opinions on furries. I think that would be very amusing. I think I could fill in the blanks for you there. He's going to say that they're losers and they're what's wrong with this country and all this shit. Yeah, I mean, this guy's just actually a lobotomite. Wow, man. So his entire Twitter account is him just arguing with people. There must not be a sadder existence out there to just indulge in this, a degeneracy every day. Thank you, Nova. I really appreciate that, dude. Take care. Thank you for the donations. Really means a lot. Have a good night, man. Yeah, so he's retweeting people talking about the Kids Act. Victory has never been closer. The average, again, he is referencing the same statistic that Mary is, but he doesn't actually provide a source. Just want to make it clear, as I have multiple times, I'm not even saying that they're wrong, right? It's just, why don't you guys ever want to provide the source to that? It's such a weird thing to constantly keep saying something over and over again, and then you don't show where you got that information from. I mean, that is how misinformation spreads too. Like, people just say bullshit and they don't prove it. I mean, that is like the #1 thing that people do on the internet right now. Maybe Terry hired a guy trolling. Well, considering how he was acting on that podcast, I think this is actually just him. Like, I think he's actually just like enjoys like this like degenerate behavior of just like sitting on Twitter all day arguing with people. The age verification assholes don't think about the second order effects of what they're suggesting. Setting up a new age getting an ID will require that 30 years of pre-existing archive content online be censored, gated, or removed. Okay, so let's see what he says to this. He's probably going to put a yawning emoji. And this is another brain dead guy who constantly like shills for ID age verification. People like Wade Miller. Yeah, it's fun. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time with this bullshit. They always bring up some like irrelevant stuff that has nothing to do with anything. Like, we aren't adult video addicts just because we don't like ID age verification. Yeah, I mean, it's a way to straw man an argument, 304. So literally you see somebody who makes a valid point and then you straw man it by saying, oh, you're just like, watching fetish videos. That's the only way that they go ahead and, okay, you know what? Yeah, I mean, that's all that they do. Good Lord, man. Would you guys even want to see me like talk to this guy again? I feel like he would just like, I feel like our debate, quote unquote, would just be him insulting me and just dancing around every like argument that I bring up. Type of 1 if you guys would want to see that. Type of 2 if you wouldn't want to see it. I mean, I'd be down, to be honest. I think it would be entertaining, but it would be entertaining in the same way that a train wreck is entertaining. I mean, I don't care. I like, there's nothing he can say to offend me, so I really wouldn't care. Looks like, oh wow, it looks like we're getting an even bag here. About an even amount of 1s and 2s. Do we have to do a poll? Because I actually can't tell what you guys think. Let me see if I can figure out how to do a poll. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, so let me figure this out here. Would you want to see a debate with Terry Schilling? All right, guys, vote up. Let me know. I want to know what you guys think. Everybody make your voices heard. He'd be crashing out. I don't care. I mean, I'm not like, it wouldn't bother me. Even if he spends the entire time insulting me, I just don't care. Like, he's not going to get under my skin. I think it would actually be entertaining. I don't think he would have the balls to do it, though. I know John did, and me and John actually had a fairly pleasant conversation, but I don't think he would. Where's the poll? Poll's on YouTube. I can do one on Twitter as well. I mean, not Twitter. What the fuck? Twitch. Let me just figure out how to. Again, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Give me 1 second. I accidentally just pinned a message because I'm stupid. Good Lord, I do not know how to use Twitch. Wow, we're actually getting more votes for yes. How do you make a poll on Twitch? Old man figures out technology alive. Dude, I actually don't know how to use Twitch. It's actually crazy. Is it in chat settings? Follower goal met on Twitch. Oh, thanks. Appreciate everybody for following. If you guys don't know, we're also streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/dpmyt. But yeah, wow, I'm actually surprised. The YouTube poll, yes, to the debate is actually winning. Holy shit, I actually can't figure out how to do a poll. Maybe it's in the like the little creator dashboard or whatever. Yeah, okay, it is. Okay, create a new poll. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Okay, you know what? We'll just do it on YouTube. Pretty sure you can just type in /poll in chat. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. That makes it a lot easier. How do I do it though? /poll. Open a setup menu to create a poll. Okay, there we go. Would you want to see a debate with Terry Schilling? Yes or no. Duration will go 10 minutes. Okay, the poll is up on Twitch as well. Thank you. I was there. Appreciate that. It'll be annoying, but entertaining nonetheless. Yeah, so for me, I'm willing to sacrifice my sanity for your guys' entertainment. I think that I would actually lose brain cells talking to him, but I think it would be fairly entertaining. So I'd be down to do it. I know he wouldn't do it, though. He definitely doesn't have the balls. Let's see if he replied to me. He does reply to people a lot. Yeah, because Grok is definitely known as such a reliable source. He claimed to want to protect the kids while insulting everyone who disagrees with you like you're in kindergarten. Get him! Good tweet, deep humor. Talk about someone who doesn't understand the internet. True. Got his ass. Mr. Crocker, if he was a politician. Yeah. Except for instead of saying fairly odd parents, he says ID age verification. Oh man, he'll probably say yawn and sleep emoji. Yeah, that's true, Edgar. That's so true. Oh my god, man. Terry would probably just spam Grok. I think he would have Grok and he would like have like an auto translate. So anytime like I would say something, he would have Grok like reply to it or something. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, John apparently was on a walk while we were debating, so he wasn't very prepared at all. But again, I didn't really feel like the conversation with John was that hostile. I mean, again, he honestly, despite how ridiculous he is, he honestly doesn't seem like that bad of a guy, you know? But this guy seems like such a turbo douchebag that like, I think the conversation would like really devolve very quickly. My dad's more optimistic about the situation. Shout out to your dad, unless he's supporting ID age verification. Then no shout out to your dad. Why Schiller built like Mr. Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents. He had balls. We all got to respect that. Yeah. I mean, again, I give John his full credit. I told him that in the DMs too. I was like, hey man, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you for being cordial. Because again, it was overall. Overall, I mean, the conversation did get a little heated at certain points, but overall, I didn't really feel like he was like attacking me, you know? We were having a disagreement, you know, like adults. Which again, is such a sharp contradiction from his tweets, because again, on his Twitter, and this was something I told him during the conversation, he comes off as such a douchebag that like, you would think that like he's actually such a jerk. So far, it looks like he's been talking more about like sports and stuff, so that's cool, but maybe he took what I said to heart, because before this, he was actually just spam replying to everybody and saying that they're, you know, they're anime watching losers who jack it to, you know, adult videos and whatever. And again, at a certain level, when you keep accusing people of the same thing over and over and over and over again, it starts to turn into projection, right? It makes us start to look at you and start scratching our heads being like, wait, maybe this is something that you like and you keep telling us that. Maybe he's gotten the point finally. I mean, maybe. So again, I still feel like John is someone that can be reasoned with, you know. I disagree with almost everything he says, but he doesn't seem like he's being malicious per se. At least in our conversation, he definitely seems malicious on Twitter. But this Terry guy, by the way, and by the way, you know, just on a more logical level, right? You're the president of this organization and you spend your day on Twitter accusing everybody who disagrees with you to watching adult videos and saying they're losers for watching anime. How does that make your bullshit ass American Principles Project, we defend America's families, look? when the president of the organization acts like a complete man-child loser, spamming insults at people on Twitter. Again, I know I'm going pretty hard at him right now, but like, you know, why do you act like such a douchebag? Like, it's so weird, you know, and it makes your whole organization look like crap. What if his organization is actually doing good things? You know, it is all being overshadowed by him being an absolute asshole. That's something that, you know, he should think about, because it's going to hurt his overall cause, what he's trying to push. If exactly what I was thinking, it hurts his cause. Exactly, Ghostly Turtle. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. Okay, well, the poll is, we've got a conclusive result here. You guys would want to see the debate. So, yeah. I mean, I'd be down. But even is he pushing? He's pushing bullshit, really. Reminds me of the Watch Mojo CEO ranting. Yeah, pretty much. It's literally people making their organization look like crap by presenting their own dog shit opinions, you know? Oh, man. I just think people are funny when like their whole gimmick is them being a douchebag, and then they try to make other people think that they're like that they're the ones in the wrong or whatever, you know what I mean? Or that they have something missing in their lives. Again, it's just another type of projection. To be honest, most of the politicians act like children. Yeah, I can't even disagree with you on that, especially nowadays. I'm the good guy because I said so. Oh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's funny, man. I have children and I'm against tyranny. Thank you for saying that, 42 Day. But unfortunately, Terry thinks that you don't exist, because he literally said on a podcast that the people who are against ID age verification don't have children. Again, how would you know that? Do you have a flock camera in our fucking room that shows how many children we have? Like, you don't even know that. You're just saying shit. Most of the people on the internet are anonymous. Like, they don't share details about their lives. So you're literally just yapping. You have no proof. It's like when they say that, you know, the average age that a kid sees adult video is 12. Like, could be true, could be false, but you don't actually prove it. Terry will definitely just rage when he's in the wrong and then quit the interview. Yeah, I think that might happen, but if anything, that would just make him look like dog shit. So I'd still be willing to do it. Even if it was just 5 minutes and he insults me and then leaves, I mean, how's that going to make him look? You know what I mean? I'd still be down. I might call him out, I mean, for a conversation, if you guys really want to see it. I can't guarantee that it'll be as fruitful as the conversation with John. Is Terry spying on kids before saying that? Yeah, I guess so, dude. Politicians would throw tantrums like 4-year-old children when they don't get their way. True. True. You guys see I'm in the hyperbolic time chamber? Okay, wait, what? What did that say? Connected via United States App Store? They must... App Store? What? What? I don't understand. If he does accept your debate, I wish your sanity the best of luck. It's okay. I'm willing to sacrifice it for your guys' entertainment. My mom is against age verification. She can see right through it. I think a lot of parents are against it, but they don't have the online presence to speak about it. Yeah, I think that a lot of parents are for kids getting banned off social media. But once they realize how it would actually happen, then they're like, wait, that means everybody would have to submit an ID? Yeah, that doesn't sound right, you know? They track what platform you use? No, I was just thinking that was weird because I don't use it on my phone. I use Twitter on the computer, so unless they mean a different type of app store, I don't know. Kind of depends on if Terry's open a debate. You might think you're beneath him or something, even though apparently a 7V podcast isn't. Oh yeah, I mean, again, like if that was going to be his avenue of attack to say that I'm irrelevant, dude, I would even agree with him. I'll be like, yeah, man, yeah, I'm irrelevant. You're more relevant than me. Okay, cool. So would you want to have the conversation or no? Like, again, any attempt that he would have of trying to get under my skin wouldn't work. Because I don't have an ego like that. I just don't care, you know? I'm willing to look foolish, You know, if it means having an important conversation and entertaining you guys, like I'm willing to sacrifice that. I don't have an ego like that. I just don't give a shit. You guys know all the time, I always say that my videos are bad and that I'm bad at debating and all that. I truly believe that, you know. It's not something I'm just saying, you know. And so if these people were to come on and try to make those points to me that you're irrelevant or whatever, like, okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Anyways, back to ID age verification. What's your point? Oh, man. Willing to sacrifice yourself for the people? Yeah, you're definitely not fit to be a politician. Yeah. Usually for politicians, it's the other way around. Willing to sacrifice everybody for their gain. Oh, man. Think you're doing better than the majority of people? A lot of others online are just doing posting and rolling out over these laws. Yeah, a lot of people are very, very negative about the situation. And again, I understand that people, you know, look at these laws in a very negative way and they're like, there's nothing we can do, but that's where I have to cut them off and tell them I disagree. There is absolutely a lot that we can do. Message your, you know, members of your representatives, the people at the Senate, you know, for this YouTube situation with the whole UK thing. There's a reason why I'm holding off uploading for a while. I want this to be my most recent video. Go ahead and vote on that survey. There's some ways you can make your voice heard. You just have to actually care enough. You know what I mean? You'd be relevant enough for them to debate with you, apparently. Sure. I mean, even if I am or not, I don't care. Like, I don't care about relevancy. I don't care about numbers. You will never hear me use the argument of, oh, I have more viewers than you or subscribers than you, because that's some like stupid ass shit. Anybody who does that is like a loser. It's all numbers on the screen at the end of the day. I don't care. What is your point? And let me tell you mine. That's what I care, you know? And can we reach some common ground? That's all I care when it comes to conversation. I don't give a shit about who has what numbers, you know? And that's why I have called out people who completely dwarf me in subscribers as well in views, because I don't care about who has how many views or subscribers. If I feel like you're doing something wrong, I'm going to call you out. And feel free to do the same for me. I'm not perfect. I never said I was. In fact, I'm very imperfect. There's a lot of flaws with me, you know? I don't give a shit about any of that. Like, let's just have civil discourse in the world, you know? But yeah. Yeah, I agree. A crazy cat. This dystopian shit is crazy. I think the point I'm making is that when they point at you, you're irrelevant. It comes off as them deflecting and being... Oh, yeah. I mean, it would definitely be an excuse, Ghostly Turtle. Because, again, let's be real here. Objectively speaking, not trying to take shots, but we just watched a podcast with an actual sitting member of the House that had 7 views. I mean, even if they were to make the point about relevancy, it wouldn't be a good argument. Thank you. Thank you, Alvin, for the donation. Really appreciate you, dude. Really, really appreciate the support. Do you like seafood? Yeah. Thank you, Bubs Apps. I appreciate that. I'm not goated, but I appreciate the support. Honest fool versus lying fool. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to put it. I think honest fool would actually be the perfect way to describe me. Fight against ID age verification, let the parents do their job. Anytime you try to make that point to them, though, again, they try to act like implementing, you know, parental controls on your router or browser, that's some sort of mystical technology that hasn't been unlocked yet. Like, you need to be a certain level to unlock that shit, like some MMORPG or something. That's one of the reasons I watch you, is because your brutal honesty. Don't hold back on it, please. Thank you, Ghostly Turtle. I think it was just the way I was raised and, you know, my environment. Like, I'm like blunt to a fault. I'm not blunt to, you know, being a douchebag, you know, insulting people for no reason, but I'm definitely blunt in terms of how I feel about myself. And I'm definitely blunt when I feel like, right when I get the sense that someone is like a douchebag, I'm not going to hold back at all, you know? And the more you like, what makes me mad isn't when people insult me, because again, I just don't care. Like, you have to have thick skin to make content, you know, that's a part of the deal. When, like, what was pissing me off and the reason why I went so hard at Terry is because he is insulting other people really hard when they're trying to be civil. Whenever someone is trying to be civil and you're met with vitriol and like condescension, that really pisses me off. Really, really pisses me off. Like, whenever people do that, I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck you. You're a cunt. You know? Yeah. Blunt but not malicious. That's why I listen to this guy. Thank you, Cosgrove. Appreciate that. I loved you and iCarly. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Cosgrove. I'd be more than happy to help parents implement blocks on routers if they don't know how to. I'm sure a lot of people would. Oh, yeah. I mean, again, that's what if they did want to make laws around protecting children and they were honest about it, I think they should make those types of laws where they go ahead and teach parents how to have the parental controls. Maybe you can make it so all social medias force you, like when you make your account to do some type of parental control or something like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, at least it would be better than ID age verification. Anything would be better. And no, the Obi-Wan Kenobi hand wave or the eyeball scans, those aren't better either. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Russell. I appreciate you. Fight for what's right, buddy. Appreciate it. No, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the donation. It really means a lot. You guys are giving me way too much credit, but I appreciate you guys. You should be president? Hell no. I already said, I think that to get that high up in politics in either a literal or figurative sense, you gotta have to sell your soul, What's up, Radioactive? I'm good. How are you doing? I want you to keep your sanity. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would never want to be some politician or CEO. Yeah, sure, you'll have money and power, but if you're going to risk your integrity to do it, then what's the point? I mean, that's one of the only things that we can actually control in this world, our honor. I don't mean to sound like a old Japanese swordsman over here talking about honor and shit, but I mean, that is the one thing that we can control in this life. You're going to be presented with times in life all the time where you could make a quick buck or you could get a bunch of power, you could do something bad and gain something from it. But if you're actually able to put your foot down and say, you know what, this goes against my morals, I'm not going to do it, then I guarantee you life will present you with a much bigger opportunity and you will be rewarded for not being corrupt. That's just how I look at it. But I'm a glass half full type of guy. Don't talk too much about Japanese or their culture. You might get framed for like anime too much. Yeah, they're going to call me an anime watching furry gooner by Dennis. I mean, they pretty much already did. So, Ray, you're probably one of the few creators that are dedicated to looking into this. Thank you, Krabby. Appreciate that. I think being an activist is always better than being a politician. You still have power, but you're held to the insane standards of politics. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I wouldn't even consider myself, like, people label me a journalist or an activist or whatever. I always will say that I'm just some guy. Just some guy making videos. That's all it is. I don't ever want to label myself that way because that makes me sound like I'm a lot more important than I am. And I'm not important at all. In their worldview, anime is something like an insult. Yeah, exactly. And in our worldview, a tyrannical loser that's trying to take everyone's rights, they're also an insult, or that's an insult to them. So I guess we'll agree to disagree on that one in terms of these whack-ass politicians. So activism, I think, you're standing up for your beliefs. I'll take it, Gloomy. Thank you. Isn't anime something that's widely accepted in general? It is. I mean, but again, there's always going to be people that hate. To be honest, you fit the journalist role? Yeah, maybe, Dan. But I wouldn't call myself a journalist. Thank you, Alvin. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you for your donations. Appreciate everybody who donated. Appreciate everybody who liked the video, subscribed. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out for a conversation. It all means a lot, guys. So thank you. We're actually very close to 242,000 subscribers. So if you guys can subscribe, that would mean a lot. If you guys would like the video, that would mean a lot as well. Thank you. Imagine being called a gooner by a gooner. Oh yeah, I really think it is projection. I don't hate John. I hate what he's pushing though. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't really have any personal disdain for John after our conversation. But again, I absolutely hate what he stands for. I mean, obviously, I don't hate what he stands for in terms of if he's being genuine about protecting kids, but I hate what he stands for in terms of willing to sacrifice everybody's privacy for his narrative. What happens if you get 1 million subscribers? I don't think I ever will. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't even think I'm good enough to have the subscribers that I have. I think that's mainly just luck. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that, dude. I'm definitely not the best, but I appreciate you, Carlos. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Again, I'm not goated, guys, but thank you. One thing I will always say and give myself credit for and be proud of forever is the fact that we have built a wonderful community. That is one thing that I'll always be proud of, you know. I'll always be proud of the community that we managed to build because you guys are honestly awesome. And I know everybody says their community is the best, but I honestly feel like our community is so good. I mean, everyone here is always intelligent and we always talk about cool stuff and we, you know, people don't argue in the chat. We just have a good time. I love it. You know, it's just awesome. Thank you, Grim. Appreciate it, dude. DP, please stay safe. Some of the ones you're pushing this are monsters without a doubt. Thank you for the work that you do. Oh yeah, I mean, it's all right. I'm okay. I mean, I've already had my like safety threatened, you know, by like, for example, the UTTP and all that shit. So it's okay. It doesn't bother me. Thank you, Noel. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you, Radio. May not have children, but I have constitutional rights that are more important than your convenience. True. Thank you, Wormhole. Thank you, Beers, your friend. Appreciate that, dude. What city do you live in? Just go and check my Twitter bio. It's the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. You got a nice chat. Thank you, Beers. Appreciate that. You're the only reason I watch YouTube? Okay, wow. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Craze. No way that is true. Nice Dragon Ball Z reference. Dude, my whole life is a Dragon Ball Z reference. Dragon Ball for life, man. What's up, Nathaniel? Thank you, Darby. Thank you, Darby. Appreciate it. I mean, one of the only reasons I obviously watch this stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Craze. I appreciate it. I figured that's what you meant. Background song is really calming. Thanks. I don't know. It's just some random 12-hour copyright-free playlist or whatever. All right. Well, I think we'll call it a day there, guys. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you to everybody who liked the video and subscribed with notifications on. Really appreciate everybody who donated. I always say I love our community, and I really mean it. So thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you guys subscribe so you guys know when the next video or stream will be. And I will try. I've been trying to stream every day, but you know, I'll try my best and see if we can get one done tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Love you guys, and hope you guys have a great night.